All right. Yo, what up, everyone? Welcome back to my channel. Look at the doggy. Yeah. I'm pointing right to her. Say hi, Kai. Kai, say hi. Sometimes she speaks. Speak. She's just smiling like whatever. Anyways, subscribe and follow. All channel links are in the description. So I'm live streaming on Twitch, Kick. Let's see. Also YouTube and Rumble, and YouTube and Rumble will have these videos. Anyways, it's change scenes here. Hopefully, let me test out my tablet. Something's wrong with the application. Where is freeform? There we go. Whoa, closed again. Something must be wrong. Let me restart this bitch real quick. Turn it off and turn it back on. Anyways, where was I? Subscribe, follow. We're gonna be continuing doing homework on ALEKS. So let us go home. Because I did the initial like evaluation shit on ALEKS, it gave me 5 out of 15. So we have 10 topics left on this lesson. Exponent properties. I'm gonna try to get at least 5 topics done today because it says due May 19th. Why does it say due May 19th? Let me go to modules. Let's see. Week 1's done. Week 2's done. Week 3's done. Week 4 is done. It's not populating, but let's go to grades. Yep, I still got an A in this class. I took the test and I got, let's see, the test on Friday, the exam one, I got 75 out of 90. I did not turn in any of the written homework. My brother did. We're taking the same class together, same major, computer engineering. And he did all the homework and stuff. I didn't. The homework, if you turn it all in, with all the questions or problems done, you get like 5 more extra credit towards the exam. Um, and yeah, he got like 90. I think he got like, I don't know, like 100% on it. I don't know. Whatever. That 5% would have gotten me 80 out of 90, and it would have, like, yeah, whatever. He got like, I'm pretty sure he got everything correct. I don't know. He did better on the test than I did. But I still got an A. He's still in like the 100% or some shit. Anyways, exponent properties number 7. It says due February 25th in 2 days. So it's saying it's due Wednesday. But on ALEKS, it's saying May 19th. So, alright. Turn on my tablet again. Now, I did get copyrighted like a mother for last live stream because of Pandora. I'm listening to some oldies, so you guys can put on whatever music you guys like. You guys have the time, put on some music, and we can continue learning or doing homework together. Slice name exponents and polynomials. Product rule with positive exponents multivariate. Let's look at not review reports. 75 out of 215 topics, 34.9%. I got 33% of the homework complete. I spent a total of 7 minutes 28 seconds. As of the 23rd of today. This is the full report right here. Alright, let's see. Let's connect this back on and see if it stays open. Let me just delete this and then start a whole new one. Alright, we should be good now. Alright. Why is it not working? Okay. Okay, it's working. Alright. We're good to go. Now again, I got copyrighted, and when I get copyrighted, there's a lot of like countries and shit apparently that can't watch my videos. So as much as I would like to share my playlist, there's kind of no point in making these live streams or videos and shit if many countries cannot even watch this or whatever. It's like, I don't know what YouTube does with their stupid ass copyright rules and regulations that just like don't allow you to do shit at all. It's not like I'm claiming the music to be mine. It'll definitely not help me monetize any of my videos if I keep getting copyrighted. Anyways, yeah, let's continue. All right, multiply. Okay, so should be easy. I see as combined like terms. So look at the constants, like the 3, the 2, and the 8. Multiply them, put it down. So 3 times 2 is 6. 6 times 8 is, I believe, 48. No calculator available. So 8 times 2 is 16. 16 times 3 is 16 plus 16, 32 plus 16. Yeah, 48. Alright, so 48. Alright, and then for the exponents, you just add them. When you're multiplying them, you're actually just adding the exponents together. So 8 plus 3, because x and x are the same variable. So add the variable. So I'm going to put x to the power of 8, 9, 10, 11. And then y to the power of 4 plus 1 is 5. And that's the answer. Alright. Multiply. Again, I like to focus on the constants first. 4 times 5 is 20. 20 times 2 is 40. So that's 40. Alright. Y, X, Y, V. W, X, Y, and Z. Oh, let's put V first, right? U, V, W, X, Y, Z. Yep. V first to the power of 7 plus 1. 8. Okay. And then Y to the power of 7. Oh, is this your song? I'm listening to your song right now. She's a lady. This is my dog Kai's song right here. Cause she's a lady. She's a bitch. Female dog. Ooh, she's a lady. Whoa, 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 whoa. She's a lady. I can't get copyrighted if I'm the one singing it. Apologize for my horrible singing voice. Check it. 2 in a row. Next one. Alright. Now, since I am listening to it, I'm gonna put the volume up. There we go. Alright. Let's see. What is this lesson? Power rules with positive exponents, multivariate products. Simplify. Alright, so whatever is on the inside is to the power of 3. Use the power of product rule. So, yeah, just do -4 to the power of 3. It's a negative, and then the exponent is odd. Whenever it's odd, that means the negative is going to stay negative. And you just multiply 4 times itself 3 times. 4 times 4, 16 times 4, 64. And then it's -64 down here, as you can see. Now for this, y to the power of 2 in parentheses to the power of 3. That means it gets multiplied by itself 3 times. So this is when you don't add, but you multiply the 3 and the 2. So it's 6. Y to the power of 6. X to the power of 3, because 3 times 1, the exponent is 1. It's just invisible. Alright. So 9 times 9 is 81. It's to the power of 2, so that negative becomes a positive. So I'm going to put 81 down. A is to the power of 2. And then B to the power of 4 times 2 is 8. There we go. Write your answer without parentheses. Okay. Same shit. Power rules with positive exponents, multivariate products. Okay. So, negative for sure. 4 times 4, 16 times 4 is 64. Alright. Z, 3 times 3 is 9, so it's to the power of 9. X. I should put the X and move it. Yeah, let's move the X over here. It's kind of the same shit, but it's just keep it alphabetical order. X, Y, Z. Alright, 4 times 3 is 12. So it's X to the power of 12, Z to the power. I hope I get this right, and it doesn't actually matter. Yeah, it doesn't matter. Okay, good. Oh, thank God. Alright, so it doesn't matter whether the x to the power of 12 is in front of z to the power of 9 or right after, as long as it's correct on the exponents and shit. Now, if there's like a plus, a minus, multiplying another, like there's more to the expression, then you can't move it around. Did I unmute myself? I'm pretty sure I did. Okay. Just gotta check, because I've done that a few times. Just talking, recording, and it's just silent. All you can see is movement. No one can hear shit. No one knows what's happening. Not even me. Rewriting algebraic expression without a negative exponent. Rewrite the expression without using negative exponent. Alright, so if there's a -5 up there, you just put a Make it into a fraction like this. Put a 1, uh, whatever, a line, whatever. This becomes the denominator, and whatever was here that was negative is now positive. So it's going to be 6n to the 5th power down here. So 1 over 6n to the 5th. For any non-zero number a, any whole number n, we have the following rule. Move the negative n to the denominator and make the exponent positive. Rule 2. 1 over a to the negative, it just flip it, like change it. So if you have a negative down here, and it's already looking like this, 1 to the whatever, the negative is down here, that means you're just gonna flip that bitch. And then, yes, there is an invisible one underneath it, but you don't need to. Like, it's the same as 1 over 1 or 2 over 1. It's just 2. Move a to the negative n power to the numerator and make the exponent positive. We need to rewrite this without a negative exponent, so we use rule number 1. We turn it into 6n to the 5th. So it's not 1, okay? Let's see. We used rule 1, making the exponent positive. Oh, because it's a 6n, not n. Okay. So the 6 just stays up there. Okay. Here's how we use rule number 1. 6 times n to the negative 5th. 6 times 1 over n to the 5th. By rule 1, we have n. Okay. That stays up there. Excuse me. Getting sleepy. Alright. So this is going to become 2x to the power of 4. No? Let's see. So, we rewrite this without a negative exponent. We use rule number 2 and move x to the negative 4th power to the numerator, making the exponent positive. Okay, and then you leave the 2 down there. The constant stays. But it says a to the power of n. So it should be 2. Oh wait, a is the variable, isn't it? The constant stays down here. So let's see if we could get it this time. It's still a fraction. 4, it's going to be 1. Or actually it's going to be 4. Y to the 2nd power. Okay. Now for this one, it's going to be fraction. Oh, they're both negative, so they're both going to have to go to the bottom right. 1 to the 3, x to the 5th. No? Okay, let's see. It's negative 3 x to the 5th. Okay. Let's see. This is going to be I'm guessing negative 6 or negative fraction n to the fourth. And then underneath here is going to be 6. Alright. Starting to get the pattern. So the 2 is positive. Okay, so the whole fraction is going to be positive. The 2 stays down here. The x to the power of 2 goes to the top. Alright. Alright, this is intro to the product rule with negative exponents. Alright, simplify u to the negative 4 times u to the negative. So it's just negative u to the, or 1 over u to the, and then add these together. 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Yep, 1 over u to the 13th. Okay. Do you guys even want me to read this shit? Write your answer. We'll be using the following rules for the exponents. For any product rule, for any number a and integers m and n, we have the following. A to the power of m times a to the power of n equals a to the power of m plus n. So just add the exponents it's saying. When multiplying powers with the same base, we add the exponents. Negative exponent rule for any non-zero number a and any integer m, we have the following. A to the negative m power equals 1 over a to the m power. So this is what I was doing on the other problem, so that's why I was getting it wrong. Alright, simplify. That is going to be 1 y to the h to the iso h to, okay, 6 7 8 to the power of 8, checking it, and that is correct. Alright, so they're all y's. There's a negative exponent, so if you add them, add these two, or add to this one is 4, negative 1, so it's going to be 1 over y, because you're just subtracting. There's an invisible 1 here and here. You add the 1 is 2, 2 plus 2 is 4, add it to a negative 5 is negative 1, so that's how I got 1 over y. And I'm wrong. Let's see why I'm wrong. Alright. So, oh, I thought this was a 1. I don't know why. Get it? Why? I added another y in my head right here. So, yeah, I know where I messed up on. It was 1 over y to the power of 2. Para bailar la bamba se necesita una poca de gracia. Arriba y arriba. Arriba y arriba. Can you guys see? 7 minus 2 is 5, so it's v to the 5th power. Yo no soy marinero, soy capitán, soy capitán, soy capitán. So negative 8 and 7, there's a negative 1, so let's do 1 and a u down here. I don't think there's any powers. Let's see. I think that's it. Yep. All right. Yeah, this one's easy. Learning page, simplify. To the power of 4. So everything up here to the power of 4 and everything down there to the power of 4. That's what you're doing on here. Power of a quotient rule. Use the power of quotient rule. And then distribute. So y, that's 3, y to the power of 12 up top. Let's see. 2 times 2 times 2 times 2 times 2. It's a positive exponent, so the negative is going to disappear. That 2 times 2 is 4, 4 times 2 is 8, 8 times 2 is 16. You see that down here, the answers right here. 4 times 4 is 16, so z to the power of 16 down here. So y to the power of 12 over 16, z to the power of 16. Alright. Don't worry, be happy. So obviously it's going to be a fraction. It's a positive exponent, so that negative is going to disappear. Whereas 8 times 8, 64. Alright. Y to the 1 times 2 is 2. So y to the power of dose. And then at the bottom, it's going to be z to the power of 2 times 2, which is 4. When you worry, you make it do. Don't worry. Be happy. Don't worry, be happy. Ooh. 3 times 4. Oh, wait. 3 to the power of 4. So 3 times 3 is 9. Times 3 is 27. Times 3, 27 times 3 is 2, 1. Let's see. 6, 7, 8. So 81. 81. Alright, let's see. It's going to be v to the power of 16. And then down here is u to the power of 4. Alright, next. Yeah, congratulations, you're hard at work. Keep it up. Upcoming goals, module goal, 5 more left. Looks like we might finish this homework early. Right? Let me check how long I've been streaming for. I've been streaming for 30 minutes. Yay, this is gonna be pretty quick. Oh, good, because it's late at night. Well, not late, it's 7:30, 8 p.m., but I want to chill. No, actually, I gotta do other homework for physics and my computer logic and design, just so I could be ahead and get everything done for the week, so I could actually enjoy my weekend or do more projects on the side, live stream, play video games and live stream or some shit, and walk the dog, stuff like that. Anywho, oh, okay. Power and product rules with positive exponents. Simplify this. Whew. Okay. So the 2x, alright, the 2 comes down, and then you just, it's the same as multiplying. So combine like terms. X to the 4th, that's negative. X, negative and a negative is a positive. So you're just distributing the exponents get added. So 9 plus 4, 13. Okay, y is 5. 2 plus 3, yeah, correct. A z, 2 plus 9, 11. So it all checks out. Alright, look at just the constants, negative 3 and 2. So multiply those two. That's negative 6. Now, y's, oh wait, there's an exponent right here first. So PEMDAS, parentheses, exponents. Alright, so we got to do the exponents first and convert this. So that is gonna stay negative, right? So that's gonna be negative 3 times 3 is 9 times 3 is 27. So 27 is gonna be here. 27 times 2. So 27 times 2 is 40 or 54. 54. Alright, so now I got those out of the way. 3 times 3 is 9. And then I have to add the y here. So 9, 10. It's going to be a y to the power of 10. Alright, and then z to the power of 3 right here. 3 times 1 is 3. Alright, and then add 2. So it's z to the power of 5. No? Maybe I messed it up. Okay, 3 times 3 is 9. 9 times 3 times 3 is 9. 9 times 3 is 18 plus 9. It's 27. What? How did I get 54? I'm fucking weird. Oh wait. I am right. Let's go to the explanation. It's 54, yeah, negative 54 x to the third. Oh, I gotta move it. Okay, so x. Did I use the wrong fucking one? Or I forgot the z. Whatever. It's, I don't know where I messed up on. I'm trying to do it in my head, but let's just write it down so we don't make mistakes. Alright. Parentheses, negative x squared, y squared, and z squared to the power of 2 times negative 2x z all to the power of 3. So first we do the exponents, right? Alright, so negative, that's going to be positive. X to the power of 4, y to the power of 4, and z to the power of 4 times, let's see, that's going to be negative 2 times 2 times 2. That's 8. So 2 to the power of 3 is 8. X to the third and z to the third. Alright, then we combine like terms because we're multiplying it. Alright, so negative 8. Let's bring the x here. 3 plus 4 is 7. Okay. X, y. Let's do the y's. 4. Because the only y is over here on the left. And then we finish off with the z's. So 4 plus 3, 7. 4 plus 3, We're looking at those z's, and we're looking at the exponents, and we add them together. So the answer is going to be that right there. Negative 8 x to the power of 7 y to the power of 4 and z to the power of 7. Check it. We're wrong. Alright. It's a positive. Yeah, it's a positive 8. Fuck. No? My answer was right here. It's negative x to the 13th. Alright, we use the properties of exponents to simplify. So that is x to the 4th, y to the 4th, z to the 4th times negative 8x to the 9th, not to the 3rd. Oh, did I forget to put a 3 over that damn foot? Yeah, I forgot to put a 3 over that x. That's why I got it wrong. Okay. Human error again. Because I didn't write it down correctly. Right. Negative 2x to the 3rd y z. All z is squared. Z to the power of 2. Alright. Then 2x to the 3rd y to the 4th. Z to the 2nd. All that to the power of 4. Now let's see. Just gotta make sure I wrote it down correctly. Okay. Alright. So we'll do the right side first. We'll just do the right side first. Alright, 2 to the power of 4. So that's 2 times 2, which is 4, times 2, which is 8, times 2, which is 16. So that's going to be 16. Alright, x is going to be 3 times 4, which is 12. Y is 4 times 4, which is 16. Z is going to be 2 times 4, which is 8. Alright. Then we could forget this and focus on these. Alright. 16 times a negative, so it's going to be a negative. 16 times 2 is 32. Alright. And we're going to add the x's here. So x to the power of 12. 12 plus 3 is 15. So it's x to the power of 15. Then let's do the y. 16 plus 1 is 17. And z. Z is 8 plus 2, which is 10. So that's the answer right here. Alright. Negative 32 x to the power of 15 y to the power of 17 and z to the power of 10. Alright. Next, we just got to do one more problem and get it right to move on to the next topic. Alright, let's not fuck this up. 2x to the x squared, y to the third, z to the second, all that to the third power. And then just multiply that by 2x to the third and y. Alright, always double check. So, 2 to the third power is 8. X 2 times 3 is 6. So x to the 6th power. Y 3 times 3 is 9. And now let's do the z. 2 times 3 is 6. Alright. Then we multiply, we get rid of this, and then we multiply these two together. Alright, so 2 times 8 is 16. Now the exponents you add from here. X, 6 plus 3, 9. Y, just 9. Z, we're adding the 6 and the 1, so 7. The answer is right there. XVI X to the power of 9, and then y to the power of 9 as well. Is that right? It's y to the third, so it's 3 times 3, which is 9 to begin with. 9 plus 1 is 10. So why did I put 9? It should be 10. Yeah, this here, y to the third power, 3 times 3 is 9, plus the 1 is y to the 10th. So I wrote it down wrong. Good thing I caught that. Z, and then z squared, z squared times that is z to the power of to the 6th power. Check. Alright, there we go. I caught it. 4 more left, and we'll be done. Day long, they work so hard when the sun is going down. I'm listening to Chain Gang by Sam Cooke. Chain Gang. That's the sound of the wind working on the chain gang. Alright, simplify this. Write your answer using only positive exponents. Use the properties of exponents to simplify. Alright, so 3 divided by 12. And simplify that. That could be 1 over 4. Alright, so 1 over 4. And then right here, division is the opposite. You know when you multiply things together, you're actually adding it. When you're dividing exponents like that, you're subtracting. Just do the opposite. So, a minus negative 2, you're actually adding 2 to the actually it would be the difference between these two. So 3 minus 2 is 1. So the highest exponent one wins, so it's going to be a is going to be up here but by itself. B to the negative fourth has to go down, so b to the fourth power positive is going to be in bottom. C to the negative 6, c to the seventh, so this one wins. 7 minus 6 is 1, so only one c is left over, just like the a, right? So it's going to be a ac to the over 4 b to the fourth, a to the fifth. What was it? A to the fifth. Okay, because you're moving this up. Okay, so it is 3 plus 2, so a to the fifth and c to the 13th. So you are adding it up there. Okay. Okay. By the quotient rule and simplifying 3 over 12 by the negative exponent rule, is just move it up. Alright, so you are. Alright, so if it's negative and it's underneath, it needs to be positive, so you move it up. And then if those variables and exponents, you add them. Alright. It's going to be 2. Alright, so 2 is going to be on top, right? 1 is going to be on the bottom, so we'll just leave any variables. X goes down, so it's going to be x to the 9th down here. Alright, y. Let's see. Y has to go up, so y is going to be up here. That's 6 plus 7. 6, 7. That's going to be 13. Oh. To the power of 13. Alright, now the z's. The 5 has to go down, so 5 plus 2, 7. So z to the 7th is on the bottom. Alright, check. Alright. Alright. It's, if you can do fractions, like simple fractions, you do one variable at a time and focus at one variable and their exponents one at a time from left to right. Alright, and then write it down. You could do it in your head like I'm doing it in my head right here. So I'm looking at the m's right here, m&m's right here. So that negative 9 has to go down. So in order to get rid of that negative, you add. So add the 9 to this one right here. So m, let's get the fraction set up. So m, 9 plus 7 is 16. So it's going to be m to the 16th power. Alright, let's do the n's. So the n is negative 3 up here, so that has to go down. So n ends up being on the bottom. N to the power of 3 plus 4 is 7. Alright. Now p to the negative 8th. Alright. Get rid of that, and it has to go down. 8 plus 5 is, let's put down p first. 5 plus 8 is 13. So to the 13th power. Now, there has to be a 1 left over, an invisible 1. If you move everything down here, a 1 is left over here. Because you can't have a denominator and then just it blank up here. So if you end up moving all the variables and the exponents down, remember there's a 1 that's supposed to be there. Alright, 3 more. Green onions, Booker T. Alright, simplify. Alright. This to the power of 4. All you do is do 3x to the power of 5th in parentheses up here, and then put all that to the power of 4 and the parentheses down here. So you'll see right here. Just worry about the top, and then the bottom. You're going to do the same. Alright, so 3 times 3 is 9. Times 3 is 27. Times 3 is 81. 81. Or, yeah. Times 3 again is 81. Okay. Or you could do 3 times 3. Okay. 3 times 3 is 9. Alright. And then 3 times 3 is 9 again. That's 4 exponents. So now you're multiplying 9 times 9. That's 4 exponents. You could do it different ways in your head, whichever is easiest for you guys. That's how they got 81 up here. Now, by the quotient rule, how they move the x downwards. So 20 minus 7. How they get x to the power of 4, which is 20. 5 times 4 is 20. Minus 7? It should be 13. How'd they get this? Then I'm tripping. Properties of exponents to simplify. So the 3 stayed up there. How'd the x to the 5th go down? It's subtracted? But why? Why would it subtract? If it was a negative to the 5th, then it would be adding to the 7. It's because the fraction makes it a division or a quotient. Okay. So no matter what, you have to subtract. But it wouldn't be 7. I mean 5 minus 7. It would be 7 minus 5. Okay. Y to the 4th stayed the same. Okay. I just gotta remember that. This little, the fraction is also the same as it being a quotient or a division sign, right? So the exponent, x to the 5th, you have to subtract that from here. So if it's positive, you don't add. If it's negative, you add. So the biggest number gets subtracted by the smallest number. Alright. Alright, let's set up the fraction first. Now y, they're both positive. Let's do this first. So first, the only thing that's going to be up here is the 3. So the 3 to the power of 2 is 3 times 3, which is 9. Now let's go down here. 4 to the second power is 4 times 4, which is 16. And we're going to have to simplify that. Alright. X to the second, 2 times 2, because 2 times 2 is x to the 4th power. Now, the y went down here. So it's 6 subtracted by 2, which is 4. Alright, so now we have y to the 4th times 2. Uh, yeah, times 2. 4 times 2 is 8. So y to the 8th power. Y to the 8th power. Y to the 8th power. And then we gotta simplify this. So you could... You can't. 4 times 4 is 16. You can't divide it by 3. You can't divide it by 2. So you keep it like that. Alright. Okay. I was thinking this was like 18 or something. Or they were both divisible by 3, but no, they're not. What the hell? Oh. I hate commercials. Let's go back to all these. Nah. Oh my god. One summer night. Okay, that's a good one. Alright, write your answer using only positive exponents. So that's gonna be 1/2. So 1/2. And then we could actually erase the 1. So it's gonna be over 2. 1 over 2. Or we'll keep it there for now. Alright, so let's do 2 to the power of 2. That's 2 times 2. That's 4. So 4 is going to be up top. And then let's delete this because we have to do the exponents, the parentheses, then the exponents first, and then we could subtract or divide, whatever. B to the power of... Now let's go back up here. B to the power of 6 times 2, which is 12. And then down here, 4 to the power of 3. That's 4 times 4, which is 16. 16 times 3 is... Four times 4, 16. 16 times 4. Alright, 2, 4, so 24. $64. All right. Hopefully, I'm trying to do it in my head, but this is what I did. I got 16 times 4. In my head, I'm doing this. 2, 4. 6 times 4 is 24. And then 4 times 1 is 4, plus 2 is 6. Yeah. I am correct. Why can't we be friends? Why can't we be friends? 2 times 3, 6. So down here is going to be b to the 6th. B to the 6th power. Alright, so we have to subtract. We divide these, divide the constant, so it's going to be 1 and 16. 1/16. Alright, so let's put 16 on the bottom. Alright, and then it's going to be 12 minus 6, I believe. So 6 is going to end up staying up here. So it's going to be 6, and then there's going to be no b. So it's going to be b to the 6th to the 16th. Alright. Alright. All it is knowing your simple fractions, divisions, multiplication is simple, and just remember to do it in the right order and move slowly. Mark it down if you need to, and just continue. Alright. Simplify. So -2. Alright. That just means everything is going to turn into a fraction, right? Yep. And then you multiply. Alright, so y by the power of product rule, it becomes 3 to the -2nd. Don't you add these? Oh no, it's just separating it. 3 to the -2nd power, y to the 12. It's actually doing -6 times -2, which is +12. Z is 2 times -2, which is -4. And then it's turning it to a fraction from here. Alright, so this just means this whole thing needs to go down. That's why they put it here. Y stays up there. Y to the 12. Z has to go down. So Z to the 4th power. Okay. Now there's two. No. Once it gets here, then you could do the the exponent fucking rule on the constant. 3 times 3 is 9, so 9z to the 4th. You don't actually have to do that much with the exponents, except just move it down. Okay. This is with negative exponents. Okay. Let's play around with this shit. Alright, so this is positive. Alright, there's gonna be a fraction for sure. So 3 to the power of 3. 3 times 3 is 9. 9 times 3 is 27. So 27 is going to be up top. Alright. X to the 6th. X to the 6th power is on top. And then Y goes down. So Y to the 5th. It becomes a positive. And then it's 5 times 3. 15. So it's y to the 15th. I love my calendar girl. By Neil Sedaka. Every day of the year. Alright, alright, so it's a negative exponent first. Okay, let's write this down. Alright, this is the same as 4 to the -2nd power. X 2 to the negative power. And Y negative 5 to the negative second power. Alright. So if that ends up being 4 to the negative second power, it's the same as putting it down here and putting 4 to the second power. Alright, x to the negative second is it's gonna be 2 minus 2, right? No. Alright. So 4 to the negative second power, x to the second power, so that's 2 times negative 2, which is negative 4. And then y, negative 5, that's going to end up being a positive. 5 times 2 is 10. Alright, and then fraction, we're going to move this down and this down. And we keep the y on top. So this is going to equal y to the 10th power. 4 to the second power. And x to the 4th. And that is equal to y to the 10th power. 4 times 4 is 16. X to the 4th. Alright, that's our answer right there. Alright. Sixteen x to the power of 4. Alright. Am I done? No. One more. One more. Please just let me get one more. Alright. Power of the quotient rule with negative exponents. Problem type 1. Alright. We'll use properties of exponents to simplify. This is the same as... So it's just flipping it. So the 4z to the 6 goes up, 3z to the third goes down, and then you do the exponent 2 to the 4 to the power second power z to the second power. No. Oh, they're both at z's. All right, so 6 minus 3, 3 stays on top, so 4z to the third over 3, and then you that's going to be 12z to the 6th power over 27. No. 9. Yeah. Alright. 16 zeta 6. 16z to the 6th power over 9. Alright. I just gotta go slow. Alright. Negative. We just flipped them bitches. Oh, but the insides are already negative, so do you flip them twice? I think so. Or the 2 goes up here, but the x... Let's actually see. Alright, so you do put the 2x to the negative 5 up, so that this exponent is positive. And then you do the whole fucking 2x, that has to go up, that has to go down. Alright. So it's -5 minus -3, I mean. So it just adds it. So that's 8. Isn't it? No. So it's negative minus a negative. So this is a positive. 5 plus 3. -5 plus 3. Okay. Which is -2. And then do the exponent shit. 8x okay, so the x has to go up or down. No, it has to go down. Okay, so 8x, that's this right here, to the -6, and the x to the -6 has to go down to be positive, so it's 8 over x over 6. Okay. Alright. I might need to write this shit down. Alright, bros. Come on. 3x to the 5th over 2x minus 1. All over to the 2nd power. Which is equal to 3x to the 5th times 2 all over 2 to the 2nd power, x to the -1 plus, or actually times 2, which equals 9 x to the 10th over 2 times 2 is 4, x to the -2 right, which equals 9 over 4, and I think x to the 12. I probably got this wrong. I probably got it wrong, but we'll see. Oh, I got it right. Okay. Ha. I did the order correctly. Alright. Return to sender. I'm listening to Elvis right now. Elvis, return to sender. For z 5th. Okay. And then z to the -4th power. All this is to the -2nd, so this equals we flip them bitches. So it's gonna be z to the negative 4. So we'll keep everything the same. 4z to the 5th. And then all this multiplied by to the power of 2. Now, if we do the top, 2 times negative 4 is negative 8. So it's going to be the same as z to the negative 8th power over 4 times 2, because it's to the power of 2. So 4 times 4 is 16. Z 5 times 2 is 10, so z to the 10th power. Now we need to move the z down. If we do that, we have to pretty sure we add, because it's 10 minus 8, so we add, so it's going to be 1 is going to be left up there. 16 z to the 18th power. I think that's the answer. Z to the 18th power. Alright, hopefully I get this right. Yeah, we're done with the homework, you guys. Alright, that was it for homework number 7. Nice work. You reached your exponent properties goal. Topics completed. Technically, I did 10. 5 of them was like knocked out because of the initial evaluation or the initial knowledge check. Alright, let's return to home page. Next is going to be simplifying exponents, and I have 3 out of 5 completed. How much time do we have? An hour and about 20 minutes, so I'll actually stop here. We'll continue it. I mean, I'm still gonna record it. It's probably gonna be super short, as you guys can see here. The next one is polynomial operations. So homework number 8 is simplifying exponents. There's only 2 that I have to do. Homework number 9, there's only 3 of them that I have to do. Polynomial operations. So I'll probably combine simplifying exponents and polynomial operations. If not, then I'll just keep them, like, I'll live stream, complete the homework, and then that'll be it. It'll be a short video. Fuck it. That way I could space out the homework videos. Like, alright, someone's looking for homework number 8 or this part, whatever. This math, just so you guys know, let's see, what can I do? ALEKS home? No. Let's see, where can I go? Managed classes? Okay. So this is the instructor that I'm taking. So if you guys end up taking her at Cal State University Sacramento, and it's Math 12, she might do something like this. So I don't know if the homework is gonna be exactly the same, but yeah, it's let's see, if I go to ALEKS here, if you guys want to independently do it by your guys' self, you can purchase ALEKS. 1 month, $20. I would either do the 3 months or the 6 months, because these, if you divide them by like if you get 50, this price divided by 3 months is the same as this price divided by 6. So these two are priced the same. It just depends on like how much money you guys have and how many months you guys actually want it for. Uh, and then it also depends on how fast you guys can complete the fucking courses or the course products that they have. But if you guys want to see what kind of course products they have, you guys, they have maths, they have business, science, and behavioral. The only one that I would use this for is actually mathematics. I don't know about the science or any of this other stuff because I haven't used it, and I don't know anything about the K through 12 middle school, high school stuff. Um, Math 12 is basically, let's go to mathematics, college. College algebra is not for STEM, so it's college algebra would it's kind of the same stuff, but I'm pretty sure they have STEM, like a STEM college, STEM algebra, algebra STEM somewhere. College algebra with trig, modeling, college algebra, STEM pre-cal. I guess not. Alright, so as I was, college algebra is basically what we're taking in this class right here. And then she probably just renamed it Math 12. Because those are like the only products that fucking ALEKS has. And then the teacher, if you're a teacher and you purchase this for you guys' students, then you guys can organize it this way. This is like module 8, homework 8, simplifying exponents. Module 9, 10, or whatever, you can rename it. Divide, basically, what's it called? Divide all the lessons. So we go to the pi. You'll get a total of 215. So if you guys are doing this as a student, just get it as a supplement, whatever. You'll be able to do all 215. It won't be divided like this unless, because if you purchase it, you also get, you get two accounts. You get like the student account and the professor account, and that's how you could like monitor whoever's using the other account. So you could do it, get it for you guys as kids so they can learn Spanish, math, and you could keep an eye on them, or you could be their home tutor or home teacher or whatever if you're homeschooling your child. Anyways, 215 topics. Me so far, I have 85 out of 215 topics, 40%, 30 mastered, 55 learned, 130 remaining. So you can see I have A, B, C completed, D is getting there, and that would be almost halfway done. And I just have to keep on going because I could see these number of topics that I do. Once I get here, I'm gonna be close to finishing the whole pie. So yeah, the teacher basically divided it into like weeks worth of like this homework is for week. Let's see, module 1, week 1. Module 2 is for second week. Sometimes there's like 2 homeworks in 1 week or whatever. It just depends. Or every 2 days there's one homework. Yeah, every 2 days or 3 days, one homework assignment is due. Anyways, your teacher could play around with that stuff. There's other maths here too. I paid for the STEM pre-calculus one, and that one, whenever I have time, I'll get back to doing that one. But not gonna. I'm doing basically college algebra for STEM, and then I'm gonna be taking the class STEM pre-calculus, I believe. And then I already paid for it, but if that teacher basically makes us pay for it, then I'll just cancel my other subscription or whatever. Let me exit. That is it, you guys. I have this completed, so let's see how quickly. Yeah. So on February 25th, she'll update this, or it'll update automatically. 28th, I have to get simplifying exponents done by the 28th, 5 days from now. This one is March 4th, and yada yada yada. I'm done basically May 13th. I'm done with all the homework. Then I'll have exams. I got zeros on these because my disabilities are really kicking in. My back is hurting like a motherfucker. I'm using I'm taking ibuprofen. I'm taking hot baths. I'm fucking resting, trying like doing stupid ass yoga shit. In pain, but I'm trying to unfuck myself. And what are those patches? Lidocaine patches and stuff. Anyways, yeah. You guys join the military, you guys will end up living with back pain and tinnitus for sure. Let's see, group work, quizzes. Group work is not too much of the percentage. I have 57. Let's see, the homework, ALEKS, I'm getting it done. The quizzes, I'm doing good on them. And the exams, I'm doing pretty good on them. So as long as I keep that up, I don't have to do any of the group work. But try not to skip that many classes and shit. Anyways, all right, that's pretty much it. Got nothing else for you guys. Thanks for watching my live stream. Hopefully we learn together. I know it's boring as shit. Yeah, I know, but whatever. Hopefully it helps someone out who doesn't know their basic math or college algebra, whatever. Hopefully help you out. Subscribe, follow, look at the description below, or not the description below, the about section on the top, somewhere up there on the channel, and you'll find links to the other channels. So again, I'm on Twitch, Livestream, Kick, YouTube, and Rumble. All right. I'll see you guys next time. Thanks for watching.